One of the simplest ways to use your plant database file is to develop a plant data file covering the sort of plants that you normally work with in the area that you normally operate in. And here's a list from the plant data file from the Eyre Peninsula in South Australia. And I don't want to filter it at the moment. I just want the information here put in a form where I can use it in GardenCAD. So it's very simple. Just file and export, and we'll give it a name, and we'll call it GardenCAD Eyre to indicate that we're going to make a GardenCAD compatible file, a GCP file called GardenCAD Eyre, and we'll save it. Now what we'll do is start GardenCAD itself and start working on a drawing, but we'll bring in the information that we've just loaded or exported from the data file, and we'll start to work with it. Well, once the plant data file has been exported from our SppDb-a plant database application, we've saved a GCP file. So now we can go to Library and Plant Tagging and Plant List, and we can attach a plant file. And we wrote it out as GardenCAD Eyre, and we can attach it. Now if you look down the base of the screen there in the status line, you can see that associated with this drawing, which I put in a temporary folder, is that particular GCP file. So now when we go to Library, Plant Tagging and Plant List, and we say we want to link label, up pops the exported file. And we can deal with it in all sorts of ways. We can click botanical name, and that sorts from in reverse alphabetical order or back there. We can sort in order of common name, alphabetical order, or not. Let's go back to botanical name in order. We're sorting the whole list in order of botanical name. And we'll come over here and we can just click, and now we've sorted into trees. We've got the tall trees, medium trees there, then the small strappy plants there. All the shrubs are sorted in a group, the mini shrubs and the medium shrubs and large shrubs and so on. So can you see you can sort and find things in the list relatively easily. We'll go back now to just sorting on alphabetical name. So the prompt down in the command area says select a species for the plant name. Now say along the front of this monument area, I want to plant the wallowa, which is Acacia calamifolia. So I just select that particular row and say OK. What I'll now do is just zoom in on this row, and what we can do is tag that whole row and count the number of species being used in it. We might start at this end, so we can select this symbol, the adjoining one. This is a little tedious, but what we're doing is we're tagging them all, and we're linking each symbol with a line, which you may be able to see appearing, but in a little while I'll change that line to another colour, which will make it stand out. So we've tagged all of the wallowa plants that are going to go in there, and then the prompt says, now when we hit the enter key, the next prompt says input a point for the final label line. So we do that, and now we can input the label height. Now I'll type 0.1 here, and now the position of our label text, we want that text to sit somewhere like so. Now if we decide that text is a little too small, just select the text and right click and go to properties and say, sorry, we've got a whole lot of things selected, so let's just pick it, and we could change its height to say 0.3. This particular designer here works in meters, which is a little unusual, but that's the way he works. So there's what we've done there is we've tagged this whole group, and we've counted up the number of instances of that particular acacia that we're going to use. So that bit's done. Now if we come over here, we've got a different symbol, and we want to tag that symbol. So it's back to Library and Plant Tagging, Link Label, and let's say that's going to be, we'll plant the hairy net bush there, one-sided net bush. It's a medium shrub, so we'll just select it and OK it, And the same applies again. We just select the species, bang, 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 hit the enter key, come over here, and we now know that 0.3 is a good size for the label, and we can indicate the label. So can you see what's happening? We are counting, we're tagging, and we're counting as we go the number of plants. So 3 instances of the hairy netbush will be put in that particular locality. Let's hit escape. So the plant tagging system works with the information you export from the plant data file. To illustrate the final tool in this group, it's library, plant tagging and plant list and linked table. We want to produce a plant schedule. So it's just a matter of selecting that. We're asked for a first point for the table, and GardenCAD will draw the table automatically. We can zoom in here. You can see the botanical name, common name, and the number of instances and the code of that particular symbol. It is drawn automatically. The table here is in fact a block and can be exploded and edited at will to change the layout. You might want to, for the sake of argument, reduce the width of the row and tighten the whole schedule up. But it takes away all that tedious counting that one had to do previously. So we hope that you enjoy this new tool in GardenCAD.